Hey everyone, I'm Galmore, and I've been gaming for over 40 years. Along the way, I've built up a massive library of hundreds of games. Now, I'm on a mission to play through as many of them as possible. Each game will be 5 videos, one for every weekday. Each a quick 20 to 30 minute play session, perfect for your lunch break, treadmill time, or whenever you have a few minutes to spare. So without further ado, let's dive into this week's game. Hello everybody, welcome to episode 3 of Galmore Games SimCity 4 playthrough. When we last left off, I was in the process of converting one of our roads into a rail transport system. And I think we're just going to pick up where we left off there. See where we go and what we get. So let's clean up the mess that doing that made. Zone map. So you'll be okay. You're okay. Not. You don't. No. No. Oh, that started right off. Right, we're still have a lot of people looking for industry. So what I'm gonna do, let's see, we've got 454,000. Let's see, I'm gonna just go crazy here. And I'm gonna try and build the rail all the way across the map. Should be able to without running out of money. One of the things I like about SimCity 4 is it's actually quite generous funding. Down through. We can build a tunnel. Ooh. I like it. Love it. That'll give it some good personality. Okay, so we're getting a bridge here. Let me go to the regional map for a second. Yes, save and exit region. Okay, so this is kind of the end of the road. I guess what we'll do is we'll kind of curve into here. Zoom in, I don't know. I guess I can't. So maybe right after the tunnel, that's when I'll flip over into here. Back. That should be relatively safe, so pull out the bulldozer. Thank you. I'm a giant of governing gifts. I'm not sure why you keep telling me that, but I'm not going to complain. It doesn't really matter so much as long as you know where you connect to the other places, as long as you have those outside connections. I can make this a little cleaner. Ooh, I could use the one-way roads. That could be interesting. So what I'm going to do is start zoning here. Does we want industry to move out? I'm just going to de-zone all this part out of there. Just local roads, simply because they are cheaper. Because regardless, we need to make sure they have a way to get to work. Employees and all. So. Lives. I feel like we need to do something really cool with that area. Let's build this. One giant industrial park. I may wind up doing that eventually, but for now. This is reserved for future landfill use. Alright, so I need to update my pipes. What are we dealing? Oh, I have no power. Alright, let me try an experiment here. Let me bulldoze the power lines. See if the wind turbine will take care of everything for us. Good. Why you no have water? Does you have water? We just need to catch up. Do it, see if that straightens them out. Here. Are these actually needing water? No, they got water. The only thing I can think of is see what happens. Let's go back to speed 2. Does it tell us why there's no water here? Okay, now it's got water. Okay, I guess it just takes a little bit, that's all. Looks like it's time for some more residential. Well, I guess we can finish up over here. I'm gonna allow it to build the roads. Oh, it won't let me go too far. And I'll straighten them out as we go along. There. How are we doing on power? Power used, huh? Population 3,137. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So this right here, I think I'm going to go with a gift. I really, not the gift, the, let's put it right there. Gotta love it. And I'll bring these down to the edge of the map, really. What I'm gonna do. Right. Gonna be a little touristy thing here. Another wind turbine somewhere. I'll keep the sign getting charged. And then what we'll do is put some commercial right here. And I think I'll leave the rest for creation. Let's build some trees and stuff like that. No, that'll be good for now. And I think it fits kind of the motif of Hollywood. I don't know. Say what you want about Hollywood, but I think it's not all that lustrous. I think I'm gonna do here is do a connector rail. There we go. What we're gonna do is I'll put a freight train station right. And we'll put a passenger one there. Alright, let's put a power line here because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. Finish up what I'm doing here. Okay, let's see how we're doing on res. Don't know why we're shooting off fireworks, but we are. Why do you not like in here? Big hell. Probably because it's a 4x3. Yeah, I bet that's what it is. I changed the 3x. Make it better. Get rid of this. Put a medium park in. Medium park ring. Alright, let's take a look at our map, shall we? I haven't looked at traffic in a while, so let me look at this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade all of the red. Do the tier 2 roads. Oh, what the heck? Let's do this one. If that helps. That does help, I bet. Oh, look at that. They're driving much better. Much smoother now. Okay, let's get education. I feel like we've got still have a little bit of a capacity problem here. So what I'm going to do is let me build a elementary school, branch library, large one. That's the big one. I'm not going to do the road vehicle training mission. As cool as it is, guess I should have waited to see if I can change this over to my cool diagonal road. Yeah. Eat. So let's get a high school going too. I think we'll reach that point. High school. I'm gonna put the high school right there. Do the query. Oh. increase the funding to reach more. So we got 66 students, 34 students, 64 students. The crime doing, not sure if I'm ready for crime just yet. It's just not a whole lot of it. Fire hazard. I think I'm gonna... I wonder how many people are actually using this bus. %8 capacity? Not the other one. Also 8%. Let's add a little more. Let's add some more bus terminals too, see if that helps. And we need fire. Alright. Squirrels. Let's work on the fire, shall we? A lot of orange down through here, which is typical for a industrial area. And this place doesn't have a whole lot. Maybe we'll put one right there. We already have one right there. I don't know. Yeah, we do. You know what? We're pretty well covered on fire. Health. Fury tool. 147 of 164, 175 of 164. Really, we need another clinic. I think right here it seems like we don't have good spread on clinics, so we'll put one there. Let's make sure our plumbing is all good. Alright, let's put a little more housing down through here. You know, I kind of like that pattern. Alright, and you know, I think maybe it's time to make the transition to some medium residential. We just... can. I'm going to rezone this block and this block. And let's see what comes up. We put the clinic in. That's no problem. Perfect space for another tiny home. Commercials starting to make a comeback, so maybe it was that. Look at that. Little medium density going on right there. Now our trees are finally ready to grow up. Like demand is up for everything. So let's get some commercial here. Let's show how we do here. Let me try an experiment here. Up. In exchange, we're going to D-zone right here. Just the first layer. And that will be our limit on the industrial. So what we're going to do is we'll put a commercial buffer here. Yeah, why not? Okay. Ooh. Growing tower immortalizes their favorite mayor. I will take its statue, but oh boy. Now we're getting into trouble. Make some changes here. We'll call it A. I think 200% is 100%. There we go. Go with that, and then let's see how our clinic's doing. You're okay. That one's not overcrowded. This one is. Alright, so I think what we're going to do here is why don't we upgrade to a hospital? Think we can fit the hospital now? That's what we're looking for. All off. Put one of these smaller roads in. Alrighty, I think we're good for now. Oh, a little bit of problem here. No trouble. No. Rezone you in the right direction and you should be fine. Alright, I think we are good to go. It's a good time to end the episode. I hope you're enjoying the series. This is Galmore signing off, reminding you, never too old to game.